Hello everybody, it is another Q&A session with Quynhforthewin and Be Positive Pineapple. And we have another question from KingarldTV. I'm so sorry if I pronounced that wrong. His question was, what's your best advice for people who are trying to find themselves? Where should they start first? Great question, by the way. So what's coming up for me is what I very first started for myself when I started my healing journey, because I didn't know who I was. I was always attached to somebody. So for me, it was like trying to find my own identity as a person without being attached to anybody, without relying onto anybody for my happiness and feeling loved and feeling worthy and feeling seen and all of that. So the very first thing that I did was I started to become aware what was coming up for me right when I woke up. And once I saw that, I knew that I needed a healthier way of being kind to myself in here. So where I started with myself was practicing self-compassion for myself. So I went on this process where it was like, yes, the pain was there, swarming in my head, and because of my awareness, I had that conversation with myself of, man, I need to be my own best friend right now. Like, all of this is just stealing time away from me from finding myself. So I started to bring out that inner best friend. I talk about that a lot. And I went to healthy outlets. So I started off with journaling. And I started to write gratitude list of things that I'm grateful for every single night. So I was like, I need to do something positive for myself, just one thing, and just noticing what's going on in here. This is a whole process right here. So my advice when someone is trying to find themselves, where should they start? Being kind to yourself in here and finding a healthy outlet. And for me, it was journaling. So you're welcome to try that out yourself as a healthy outlet, because all the pain, it needs to be expressed somewhere, and often we don't feel heard, we don't feel understood. So that's a chance for us to do that for ourselves by journaling. And as you make it really simple, and that's your mission every single day, you will already see the transformation and you will start to really get to know yourself. Finding your inner best friend.
That is the tip. That is the quick tip of advice. Yeah?
Yes, quick tip of advice. Self-compassion, healthy outlet, journaling for myself.
Oh, I like it.
What about for you, my dear?
I'm going to give you a story, or I'm going to give you a lead-in. You know, I want you to... Would you agree that a lot of us, we need love? You know, we need a partner. We need companionship. And we spend a great deal of time researching, talking with friends, reading about it, thinking about it, and what is the whole reason for it, right? We all want to feel good. We all want to feel loved. We all want to feel great. And that's the thing about finding yourself, you know. When you get into a breakup, which a lot of people, it always seems like something tragic has to happen, and then they're like, you know what? I want to know about me.
Yeah.
I want to really truly find out and figure out what all this is. I want to unlock the best of me. And it always happens, it seems like to me, it always seems like it happens after something tragic happens, or some negative vibes, you know, came your way and it affected your chi or your energy or your good vibes. So I want you to think about when you were there, you know, and then I want you to think when you're in that moment, you know, trying to feel all the emotions of being lost, being betrayed, being feeling like you're not loved, not appreciated, you know, feeling like you may not be feeling great about yourself, you may feel worthless. I want you to feel and try to imagine all those feelings and bring them all back up. And I want you to ask yourself a question, because that's where it's going to come from. Because that's where my tip is going to start at, is What's more important, you or money? Because what I've realized is we make so many decisions off of money. We make so many decisions off of scarce places that we live in up here. We make so many decisions when we're feeling really, really emotionally low. And I like to suggest that when we make decisions in those times, when we're feeling just utterly worthless, 9 times out of 10, 99 times out of 10, the decisions we make really, really are not that conducive to our growth. Because would you say that if you really want to find yourself, it's all about growth? And unfortunately, from what I know, going after a career, chasing money, it's not conducive to your personal growth, because money, and you're only going to hear this from me, money actually takes you further away from who you will be or who your true self is. You see, the great person that you are will be super challenged to be realized, because when things go well and when things are going right, none of us are ever thinking about, hey, I want to know who I am. None of us are thinking, it's time to it's time to find the true me. Nobody ever says that when everything's going right. Nobody says that when everything's going great. So if you really want to find yourself, it has to be made, that decision has to be made when you really don't have much and you really are not chasing money or a career, because it has to be the number one priority.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah,
that's what it is. So if there's any tip that I can give you, it really is that it's that question: what's more important, finding who you really are or money? Because money will just, you hear the saying all the time, it's more of it just enhances who you already are.
Yeah.
And see, when you get money, when a person starts earning money, unfortunately for damn near everyone, we stop our growth, because money has a way of making us feel like up here that we know it all already.
Like everything you do is right.
Exactly. That we don't need to grow anymore, because we have money. We have what everybody else wants and needs. So if you really, truly want to find out who you are, forget the money. Forget the money. And if you do not want to do that, I'm not saying it's gonna, how would I say it? You're not gonna find your true self, but you're just gonna take longer and longer. That time to figure out who you truly are is just gonna be extended. And this is the thing. I'll give you the true gauge to know if you are on the path of figuring out who you really are. And it's real simple. Being consistently happy.
I was just gonna say that. I was like, if
that
you're happy.
is the gauge. If you truly want to figure out who you are, remember this. We're not gonna feel good or great all the time, but you can feel consistently good about yourself daily. You can feel consistently happy, and you can feel the joy daily. I'm not going to tell you that right now, because that's what I'm actually working on to provide as a course, so people can actually get that roadmap to getting there consistently daily. Because I chose figuring out me. I chose happiness. I chose joy over money a long time ago. And unfortunately, money makes a lot of us make decisions that are not who we actually are on the inside. And when we do that, guess what? You start to lose and not know who that person is on the inside. You see, and that's when you lose who you are. So if you really truly want to find who you are, and figure it out. Stop letting money dictate your decisions. Make happiness, make joy your actual priority. See, and that's 2 tips. I didn't give you 1, I gave you 2. You see, do not make money your goal and make happiness the priority, like the number 1 priority. Because I like to suggest it's before what she mentioned, being kinder to yourself, treating yourself like a better friend.
Because I've already made that decision.
Exactly. So, and that answer right there, I can almost guarantee you probably won't even hear it anywhere. Hear it anywhere. So, that is it right there. I didn't. It takes a while for me to get into these modes, but that is the tip. So, thank you, Quinn, for the win. It's always a pleasure, to chat and discuss real life. So people are always talking about shallow topics. This is where it really matters. And you won't really get real answers from people because they don't know.
They're not happy or consistently happy themselves. So they're giving the best answer that they got based on their own experiences to you.
And what they've heard or from what they've read from other people.
Yeah.
So, cheers, everyone. I got to get going.
Yeah.
Anything you'd like to add?
No, just to wrap it all up. I mean, what came up for me is of course, we all need money. We all need a certain amount to take care of ourselves. But making the priority to be happy, we forget about that. We just continue to look at lack. I need money, so let me just focus on money. There's so many parts of us aside from providing what we need financially.
Yeah.
So I love that you pointed that out. It's making the decision what is more important.
Exactly. Because that's
to invest your time into you and figure out what it feels to make yourself happy. We forget to ask that, but does this make me happy? Instead of, will this make me money? Will this or this will make me happy?
Because I guarantee you, if you really know anybody who has money or you already have money, I can guarantee you that more than likely you're not consistently happy every day. I know it. Because one of the worst feelings a person can have is having all the abundance of money and still feeling shitty, right? Having all these gifts, having all these blessings that wherever it came from, and you still feel like, wow, I don't feel good about myself. That's unfortunate, and that's super sad.
Yeah.
And if you know anybody with money, or you have it, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Because only people who have money know that.
Yeah, makes me think of celebrities that end up committing suicide and all that.
There it goes.
But this conversation goes on.
I'll give you 3 great examples before we go. Anthony Bourdain, Robin Williams, Junior Seau. Junior Seau was hella happy, according to the outside world. So, nuts.
All right, you guys,
going.
We're going to get going. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time. If you have any other questions that came up from this video, go ahead and comment down below, and we will give a video response. And make sure you subscribe, like, and do all the things, and share it out if you feel like someone needs this message.
Alrighty. Stay magical.
Bye, guys.